It started with silence, a black screen flickering to life on Ryan Murphy Productions' Instagram. No logo, no warning. Just the chilling glow of white letters forming in that unmistakable American Horror Story font. Each name appeared like a ghost returning from the dark, Jessica Lange, Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, Angela Bassett, Kathy Bates. And all the while, Vera Lynn's haunting "I'll Be Seeing You" played softly in the background, a melody that felt more like a goodbye than an announcement. Fans didn't scroll past. They froze. Within seconds, the comments exploded. Heart emojis, theories, cries of joy, disbelief. After 12 seasons of death, magic, and madness, it seemed the American Horror Story universe was coming full circle. And then it happened. The final name appeared. Simple, elegant, unexpected. Ariana Grande. Just like that, the internet lost its mind. But one name on that list changed everything. Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande's name lighting up that teaser wasn't just a casting choice. It was a full-circle moment. For longtime fans, it felt like 2015 all over again. That was the year she first teamed up with Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk on Scream Queens, the short-lived horror comedy that blended campus satire with Murphy's trademark chaos. But a lot has changed since then. In the decade that followed, Ariana became one of the biggest pop icons on the planet. Grammys, record-breaking tours, chart-topping albums, and now her highly anticipated turn as Glinda in Wicked. She built an empire on glitter, heartbreak, and vocal power. So when news broke that she was stepping back into Murphy's twisted universe, fans couldn't believe it. Social media lit up instantly. Memes poured in. Ariana in the Coven. Witchy woman era. She's totally the next Supreme. Others posted clips from Scream Queens, joking that Chanel No. 2 had finally been resurrected. It wasn't just excitement, it was nostalgia mixed with curiosity. And then came the theories. Twitter threads, Reddit breakdowns, YouTube fan edits, all dissecting one question. What if Ariana's playing the younger Supreme, the witch destined to inherit power from Cordelia? Her aesthetic fits, her presence fits, and the symbolism, pure Murphy magic. But Ariana's comeback isn't the only blast from the past. When the teaser revealed Jessica Lange's name, the comments section practically broke. For American Horror Story fans, she isn't just an actor. She's the face, the soul, the spine of the entire series. Her Constance Langdon from Murder House, Fiona Good from Coven, and Sister Jude from Asylum weren't just characters. They were the blueprint of Murphy's dark, poetic storytelling. Lange's return after Apocalypse in 2018 hit fans straight in the heart. "The Queen is back," one comment read. "We can breathe again," said another. It felt like the franchise had found its center again. Right after her, another name appeared. Sarah Paulson, the heartbeat of American Horror Story. Her Cordelia. Fox, Lana Winters, and Ally Mayfair Richards remain some of the most complex women in horror TV. For years, fans joked that no season truly felt complete without her trembling voice, her unblinking intensity, and her ability to make fear look holy. Seeing her name beside Lange's for the first time in years, that alone was enough to make fans emotional. And then came Evan Peters, the chameleon. From the tortured ghost boy Tate Langdon in Murder House to the psychotic cult leader in Cult, Peters has been the chaotic heartbeat of Murphy's universe. His absence since Double Feature in 2021 left a hole fans could feel. His return, paired with Lange and Paulson, confirmed one thing. The original energy was back. The trio's reunion didn't just signal nostalgia. It felt intentional, like Murphy was summoning the show's original magic to close a circle. Every name brought back a wave of memories. The lines, the deaths, the screams, the elegance, the madness. But the real twist might be hidden in the names fans almost forgot. Then came the names that made every longtime fan sit up straight. Angela Bassett, Kathy Bates, and Gabourey Sidibe. That's when it stopped being a simple cast reveal and started looking like a resurrection. Angela Bassett's name alone carries authority. Her legendary turn as Marie Laveau, the immortal voodoo queen of Coven, remains one of the most powerful performances in the entire franchise. Fans still quote her lines a decade later. She wasn't just a character, she was a force of nature. A woman who could summon spirits and fear with a single stare. Then came Kathy Bates, whose roles across American Horror Story have been nothing short of unhinged brilliance. From the sadistic Madame LaLaurie in Coven to the robotic Iris in Hotel, Bates has played everything from monster to martyr, often in the same breath. Seeing her name again felt like an omen, the kind that makes you both cheer and shiver. And finally, Gabourey Sidibe, Queenie herself, the fan-favorite witch who broke through Coven's elite circle with humor, heart, and raw power. Her return practically confirmed what fans had already begun whispering: the witches are back. Within hours of the announcement, Twitter was flooded with Return of the Witches edits, TikTok theories, and nostalgic montages from 2013's Coven. One fan wrote, "This isn't casting. This is a spell." And honestly, it felt that way. The more names appeared, the clearer the pattern became. This wasn't just a new season, it was a deliberate reunion of the Coven bloodline, a full-circle moment bringing back every matriarch, every curse, every buried power. And that theory isn't coming out of nowhere. By the time the full cast list hit social media, one theory had completely taken over the internet. Season 13 is going back to Coven. It makes perfect sense. Coven wasn't just another chapter of American Horror Story. It was the season that defined the franchise's mythology. Witches, supremes, immortality, sisterhood. It became the heartbeat of the American Horror Story universe. And when Apocalypse dropped in 2018, Ryan Murphy had already teased what fans thought was impossible: a massive crossover blending Murder House, Hotel, and Coven into one tangled universe. If he's done it once, why not again? Now, every clue points toward a new kind of witch war. Not just a reunion, but a rebirth. Fans believe Ariana Grande's role could bridge generations. The new, young Supreme rising from the ashes of the old order. Some even speculate her character might descend from one of the original witches, Cordelia's successor, perhaps, or Fiona's hidden heir. It's the perfect setup for tension, legacy, and power struggles that define American Horror Story at its best. Reddit threads are dissecting every frame of the teaser. TikTok creators are freeze-framing names, fonts, and music cues, claiming, "The song choice, I'll Be Seeing You, hints at a world where time folds back on itself." One viral post even labeled the coming story The Great Coven War, predicting rival factions of witches separated by generations, Lange's veterans versus Grande's modern witches. Even the die-hard skeptics admit too many of the right faces have returned for it to be coincidence. The spell circle is reforming, and for American Horror Story fans, that can only mean one thing. Season 13 might finally answer the questions Coven left behind. But fans think this season may also hide an eerie number secret. Season 13. Even the number sounds cursed. In horror lore, 13 has always carried weight. the number of bad luck, unfinished stories, and things that refuse to stay buried. For Ryan Murphy, that symbolism isn't lost. He's obsessed with numerology, coincidence, and irony. It's practically his creative signature. Every season has some hidden meaning in its timing or design, and fans are already connecting the dots. Some believe Murphy intentionally waited for the 13th chapter to bring everyone back. A kind of poetic full circle, where all his monsters, witches, and ghosts meet their reckoning. Others think it's a test, that in the world of American Horror Story, nothing good ever happens under that number. Comment sections are full of predictions. "This season won't end well for anyone," one fan wrote. It's Ryan Murphy's version of the 13th floor. Cursed, but irresistible. Another added, "He's going to kill every character we've ever loved, just to close the loop." The tone online is electric, half excitement, half superstition. Because, with American Horror Story, the darker the omen, the better the story. And what about the stars who didn't return? One of the biggest surprises wasn't who came back. It was who didn't. After dominating headlines for her performance in American Horror Story, delicate, Kim Kardashian was nowhere to be found in the season 13 lineup. Fans instantly noticed her absence, sparking a wave of theories. Some think it's simply a scheduling conflict with her growing business empire. Others believe it's intentional, that Murphy wanted season 13 to feel like a homecoming for the original horror family, untouched by outside celebrity hype. As one fan put it, "This one's for the OGs." Meanwhile, Emma Roberts stands as the bridge between both eras, the queen of Murphy's newer chaos and the heir to the old-school witchcraft that made the series iconic. She's worked with nearly every generation of American Horror Story stars, from Ariana Grande and Scream Queens to Lange and Paulson in Coven. Her return here feels symbolic, like the glue holding two worlds together. Insiders close to production have even whispered that season 13 might close the circle. After over a decade of terror, beauty, and insanity, it could mark the i.e. final chapter of the anthology, the moment where every story collides and concludes. If true, it explains why Murphy's bringing everyone back. Every ghost, every witch, every sin. But if this really is the end, Murphy's sending everyone out with a bang. For more than a decade, American Horror Story has reinvented itself like no other series on television. From haunted houses to asylums, freak shows to apocalypses, it's managed to keep shocking fans long after most shows fade away. Each season carried its own rhythm, its own terror, but season 13 feels different. It feels like the curtain call. This reunion isn't just about nostalgia, it's about legacy. Every name on that list represents a chapter of the franchise's history, a piece of its DNA. Jessica Lange, Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, they built its mythology. Angela Bassett, Kathy Bates, Gabourey Sidibe, they gave it power. And now, Ariana Grande's arrival injects a new kind of energy, the kind that bridges generations. Her global fan base guarantees that millions of new viewers will be tuning in, discovering the twisted world that longtime fans have worshipped for years. In many ways, this season isn't just a return, it's a resurrection. The past and present colliding, the darkness and glamour merging one final time under Murphy's direction. It's a celebration of what made American Horror Story revolutionary. Fearless storytelling, audacious casting, and a universe where beauty and horror coexist. No matter where the plot goes, whether it's Coven, Apocalypse, or something entirely new, one thing's clear. The ghosts of American Horror Story are gathering for their last dance. And when the witches, ghosts, and legends return, one thing's certain, this season will be unforgettable.